Anginivusele nginamukele lihlelweni Kusile breakfast show lomhla ekseni lusuku ke ngilesihlanu kanzi insuku tingemashumi lamathathu enyangeni yengongoni ngilesihlanu wekugcina ke kulomnyaka losetulu njengoba sekusele linye ilanga singene eminyakeni lomusha. If you are watching the show right now whether on TV or you are streaming from YouTube, you have made your first good decision for the day because this is your perfect recipe to start your day. Lohlelo lwakho ke lolithandzako ulilethelwa ngumsakato wetitfombe Eswatini TV live and direct from our Hospital Hill studios enhlokodolobha eMbabane. Vuka nathi ke ngwane lomuhle nalomhla ekseni unambithe naku lesikulethela kona. Siqale sibuke na indzaba lehamba embili lekuyindzaba ke lengidzaba mlonyeni mhlaba wonke jikelele. Football legend Pelé lobeka lashelwa sifo semdlavuza i-colon cancer sowusishile emhlabeni. Pelé ke loshone elangeni langa lesine ebusuku ushiye umhlaba wonke ushaqekile ikakhulu ke the football community. Now the Brazilian football legend who won a record 3 World Cups usishiya emhlabeni aneminyaka lengemashumi lasiphohlongo namibili 82 years. Pelé ke watalelwa eTrês Coracoes in southern eastern Brazil kanti ke watalwa nga-October 23, 1940. Pelé ke wamangalisa umhlaba kwekucala ngelikhono lakhe lekudlala ibhola more than 6 decades ago kanti ke ligama lakhe libhalwe etsheni njengemdlali loyingcenye yabadlali labathathu labathi hlabani emlandweni webhola, the top 3 greatest of all time players. Emagama ke lamathathu lafaka nyalo ligama la Lionel Messi, Diego Maradona naye Pelé losashiye emhlabeni adapt njengebadlali laba ku top 3 uma nje kukhulunywa nga the greatest football players to ever play the game of football. Pelé ke unema achievement ku career yakhe lamseparatako from the average player amende kuthi vele abe ku top 3 ever without a doubt. Some of these impressive achievements afaka ekhathi kuthi he is the first man to have ever scored emagoli la inkhulungwane, the first man to ever score 1000 career goals. Likhono lakhe ke lambona akora emagoli la inkhulungwane nemagoli la ngemakhulu lamabili nalangemashumi la imfica neligoli linye, 1281 goals in 1362 matches between 1956 kuya ku 1977, including more than 1000 goals for iteam yakhe la Santos Football Club. Pelé also won 11 regional championships and was selected 92 times. 92 times by his country. Lapho khona wafike waba ngumdlali lokhethekile. He won 3 World Cups with Brazil ngeminyaka ya 1958, 1962 na 1970, a feat that remains his alone. Lokusho ukuthi ke kude lomnye umdlali nje lowake wawina ama World Cup lamathathu nguye yedwa solo yaqala kuba khona sport sebhola. He's an undisputed greatest of all time member, and see Eswatini TV we join the whole world in mourning this illustrious legend. The time is 3 minutes after 7. Kanzi ke namhla lihlelweni lomuhla sitawukhulumisana nebaka Swazi Boy Entertainment ngaye nje 7:30, batabe bahambisana kanye nebaka Holy Ghost Party Festival labatawube banema crossover events ngemgcibelo. Ngama events ke lawa lekubhekeke ukuthi nje astimulated ekuvakasha lapha eveni akhangete ivakashi lethi ichamuka ngaphandle kwakuleli kanzi atawuphinze apromote yona i-domestic tourism. Tawukhumbula ukuthi baka Eswatini Tourism Authority nalo litiko letekuvakasha indvuna yetekuvakasha Moses Vilakati baphakamisa yona i-tourism campaign lebuke kona ukuthi emaswati akavakasha eSwatini i-domestic tourism ibe indvo lepromotekako. Siyawabuka ke lama events lawa ukuthi ataba indvo latayipromota yona leyo tourism industry lapha kangwane kule mphela sonto nalokuthi nje they are looking at 2 different target audiences, so they reaffirm ekutheni lonke liswati linayo event lelingaya kuyo kule mphela sonto. Bayasijoyina ke ngaye 7:30 bese kuthi nga 10 minutes to 7 betemidlalo njengenjoyelo bayasijoyina njengoba kungulesihlanu yabo Fabrice Msonera nje kubuka nje ukuthi temidlalo tihambe kanjani kuleli viki njengoba iqalile iPremier League nakuqala lona liviki sesitawungena nje kabande emathunjini sibuke yona nendzaba ye football legend Pelé losashiye emhlabeni. 4 minutes after 7 asibahlolet market nasibuya sibuke indzaba tethu futhi ekucala.
Hey yo, this is DJ Cybers.
What's up, guys? King J's here.
My name is Tripo Intellectual.
What's up, everybody? My name is SK.
Hey guys, this is your girl Z.
This weekend Eswatini has been such an amazing show. For all the years, they've always supported all the local talent and all the local shows.
Catch This Weekend Eswatini every Fridays.
It's one of the best entertainment shows Eswatini.
So guys, you know what? This is the best show to have. Like, if you watch Swazi TV and you're a person who actually enjoys watching like musical shows that have a lot of content, that have good stuff, This Weekend Eswatini is your show.
For all the good vibes, all the good energy, make sure you tune into This Weekend Eswatini every Friday from 5:30 to 6:30. I'll say it again, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m.
A 1-hour fun-filled train of entertainment. We are taking you from 5:30 all the way to 6:30 every Friday, live on Eswatini TV.
And yes, of course, we are your #1 entertainment show in the kingdom of Eswatini. But you can interact with us on all social media platforms. We are at This Weekend Eswatini on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Lalela Tina, we will definitely get back to you. This is your official weekend party starter.
I don't wanna go around singing songs that people don't.
I do the most.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store. We're good together.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Ngesikhatsanyalo asithathe indaba tethu tekucala. Silo inkosi Mswati wesithathu sesigitse ingcwala lencane esigodlweni eMpumalanga esifundzeni saselibonjeni. Lokhu kulandzela ukuthi Silo sigitse yona ingcwala emalanga lamathathu esigodlweni engabezweni. Umkhosi wengcwala sola ukhomba kuba muhle kusukela ucalile.
Ngelilanga lekungena kwencwala lencane emalangeni lasikhombisa lengcile sive saphelela esigodlweni eLudzizini sagitsa nemakhosi elive. Ingonyama yemaswati yagitsa emalanga lamathathu khona eLudzizini yase seyichubekela esigodlweni engabezweni. Kwathi indlovukazi Mhlekazi yaqhubeka nekugitsa eLudzizini. Silo semhlaba besolokwiswaho lenjalo emabutho khona esigodlweni engabezweni sisingethwe ngemakhosikazi bantu benkosi nandvunankulu kanjalo nesive. Imbube emhlaba seyichubeke nayo ingcwala lencane kanti sikhuluma nje seyigitse naso sive esigodlweni eMpumalanga esifundzeni saselubonjeni. Bika kwethu indzabeni ngisandile Makhanya.
Elangeni lesikhombisa lencwala lencane indlovukazi Mhlekazi seyihole emabutho ngekwehlukana kwawo ekugitseni esigodlweni elitsitsini. eMaswati awungenela ngebuningi bawo lomkhosi.
Indlovukazi Mhlekazi esigodlweni elitsitsini ihole elibutho lelithango lembali kanye nalacwebetelako. Indlovu yemhlaba isingithwe ngemakhosikazi yesilo kanye nesigodlo. Noma timvula titinenge kulamalanga lapha eveni kodwa eMaswati akapheli nani emandla ukuthi achube umkhosi longwawo njengoba nalamhla tithe kubuya ngemandla kodwa eMaswati avele ashona khona esigodlweni kuyawugidza yona incwala. Lo mkhosi lomhla ungene elangeni lesikhombisa. Umkhosi wencwala ngulemnye yemikhosi yeMaswati leseyikhanga umhlaba wonke njengoba netivakashi letibuya kulamanye amave nato sekuqalile kufika kuleli litawuba mtsibi munye neMaswati kulomkhosi. Lokho kukukhanya eveni leSwatini njengoba tekuvakasha tinguletinye letifaka sandla ekuthuthukiseni umnotho welive. Etintsabeni kubika Pholile Maziya esigodlweni elitsitsini.
Hulumende sewethembisa sive ukuthi emaphoyisa ayayiphenya indzaba yokubulawa kwalenye indvodza yaseNtondozi letholakale ishonile emahlathini eSidvokotho. Lokhulumela hulumende Alpheus Nxumalo uthi sive asiyekele ukukhuluma tinkhulumo letide emaqiniso.
Umuntu angakhuta axwayise esiveni seMaswati kwekuthi bangasebenzisi indlela letisetshenziswa abo Facebook kuconfuse live nalivelelwe into lebhlungu le kanje. Bantu labasha kule live ikakhulu uhulumende wetinkundla ubabeke embili kakhulu. Ufuna likusasa lalesive nalelive libe setandleni tabo. Asikuthokoteli kulimala kwemntwana lomuntu omusha noma ngabe ulimele kusiphi isimo. Kwekugcina umlanga kusho tsatsethu kulendzaba kunye. Asikuyekele kwekuthi bese sibati imhengo. Kunebantu labatrainiwe lakangwane ukuphenya nakukhona buqala lobendekile lobo buqala bagcina kulahleke umuntu nangale ndlela lejala kamema lelahleke ngalo. Nekwekuthi ke nebakangwane akusuke kwekucala phela. Hulumende ulahlekelwe emaphoyisa, ulahlekelwe emasotsha, ulahlekelwe ngemawada lathethwe ngale ndlela lejala lethethwe ngayo bahamba bawugangadwa etigangeni. Sekufaka ekhasi na chief lokwendeke kuye lokho. Asikake samva hulumende akhomba abantu ngemino noma sasatha irole ekuba inyanga phengula. Lokhu siyakubona singihulumende kwekuthi kuqonze nje kususa lithuthuva kuqonze futhi nekwedukisa luphenyo lolungilo ngoba phela nebekunene siyakwati nokwekuthi le ndlela lolijala kamema lelahleke ngayo lolafa ngakhona bobani idolo labakwendile lokho. Kutholakele abantu labanye babashutha bababulala babathatha babafaka babapublisha kuma online newspapers seva kubongwa abantu kusenyetiswa indlela lefana ngale. Sotawusikela mhla eMaswati noma ngabe bese sivaleke ingqondo kangako nebekunene kuqhamuke yena lowo muntu logilelo todika bese uyawuthi lo mhla yimibutho yahulumende lende lokhu chani nebakangwane. Siyasicela siva sibeke inhlitiyo phasi kuyekelwe luphenyo luqhubeke luphenyo lutawuveta emaqiniso ebaleni. Nalaba abalahlekelwe nguhulumende labasebenzela imibutho labanye solo asikakatholi ukuthi balimele njani.
Sekunebucala bekukhwabaniswa kwetimali emahhotela akuleli lapho kunebantu labenta emaphepha mbumbulu ekubhadala etindzaweni tekungcebeleka. Ngekusho kwalobukela uhlangothi lwekulwane kukhwabaniswa kwetimali emaphoyiseni Nicholas Jele, lokhu kwente kutsi letindzawo tilahlekelwe imali lenganga 9,000 emalangeni. Jele utsi timali letilahlekile tifaka ekhatsi kutsi bantfu batsatselwe timali kutebudlelwane pheceleti ema-love scams.
Etikhatsi temaholide kusukela ngaNovember kude kube nguDisemba kunesive lesilahlekelwe timali ngetindlela letahlukene.
Lesikubonako kulesikhathi lesinjenganasi kuhlaseleka mhlawumbeni kwanati tindzawo lesingatsi ngema-hospitality industry kulabo labasebenta ngetindzawo tekubhukisa kulala nekungcebeleka tintfo letinjengaleto. Siyakubona ke kuyacala kuyavela akukase kwaba khona mhlawumbe ngaphambili kodwa nyalo siyakubona lo sekuyavela lo nyaka ekakhulukati kulesikhathi se-festive season kunebantu labafike babhuke bathi bangabhuka bese babhadala nganaku lesingathi ngema-fake proof of payment noma ke siciniseko sekubhadala mbumbulu. Emva kwaloko ukhanze kwekuthi labo labasebenta lapho kulelo hotela abasahloli kwekuthi ibalance ithini kuze babone sinangempela leyo mali lokuthiwa ingenile lababhadele ngayo online iliciniso invele ingenile. Sicela ukuxwayisa ke kiso sive seMaswati nabo bonke labasebenta kuleti inhlangothi lesikhuluma ngato leto tetikuvakasha nekungcebeleka bekunene ukuthi uma ngabe umuntu abhadala online asibe nesiciniseko sekwekuthi sisebenzisa lawo ma-app libhange lelasineketa wona kwekuthi sihlole ukuthi ibalance ingakanani vele sikucheck nje spot on kuze singamkhululi lo muntu nangabe sibona vele le mali ayikangeni. Uma ngabe sibona futhi usayikangeni siyacela siveni seMaswati ukuthi bikelane emaphoyisa lasedudane akhona ukuthi avele abathathe labo bantu ayobakhulumisa nekwekuthi kube nebucala lobuchubeka kokuphenywe. Sibonile ke ukuthi kuyandlondlobala lawo macala njengalawo lo sikhuluma nje sinemacala lamathathu lendeke etindzaweni letehlukene khona la event laseSwatini andike nemali yakhona vele isetulu lokungenani nje singasho ukuthi ngu9,000 imali leseyiluzekile vele ngaleyo ndlela leyo ukhanza sokuluzele lo hotela.
Imali leseyilahlekile seyiyonke ingetulu kwetigidzi letimbili temalangeni. Etindzabeni kubika Sondomlangeni nambonga Dube eMbabane.
Inhlangano yetekutsengiselana emave laseMpumalanga naseNingizimu ne-Afrika i-Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa COMESA luhlangothi lolubuke kwesekela abomake kutebhizinisi kuleli imemasive ikakhulu bomake nebantfu labasha kwekuthi bangene ngaphansi kwale nhlangano kute batokwesekeleka bakhone kwenta emabhizinisi letawubakhela inzuzo lebonakalako. Lokhu kuvetwe ngusihlalo wale nhlangano kuleli Thandi Nxumalo.
Sihlalo wale nhlangano uthi isivumelwano lesisayinwe kulomnyaka inhlangano yakaCOMESA iWorld Food Program kanye nenhlangano lefundzisa ngetimali iFinclude sekuthi bosomabhizinisi bathengisele tikolwa kudla sitawuphumelela uma kunekubambisana.
Nyalo ke sesithi twe phezulu komkhono sekuyalinywa ke nyalo ema job opportunities incumbi la ngoba labanye bayalima kudaba netigayo kuya preparewa kuya supplywa nangithi kuya supplywa ke msiyati WFP usupply tikolo lokusho ukuthi nje kungendeka lo munye achamuka athi hayi mina ngena la ka transport mina I'll be delivering lokudla la etikolweni so lama job opportunities maningi siyacela lokuthi bomake abete sibambisane nisisebenzeni ka Comfort plane ukuthi sitfole more of bomake ngobe lenhlangano lena yabomake bonke eSwatini ayidlazana bonke bomake eSwatini ne-UPF.
Umalo uthi sivele sifise kusitakala kute business ngaphansi kwale nhlangano singashayela inombolo lethi 79962602. Etindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Nelisiwendla ngamandla nginambongwa Dubeka Manzini.
Masipala welidolobha leMbabane sewuhlelise imingcele etindzawo letahlukene kuleli dolobha kucinisekisa ukuthi sive silutfola ngcono lusito kulo masipala. Umchumanisi walo masipala nesive la Khitha Betse uthi lokhu akusho kwekuthi tindzawo taleli dolobha setengetekile.
Umchumanisi waleli dolobha la Khitha Betse uthi sive sisetawukhulunyiswa kabanti ngaledi nguquko.
Lidolobha libuka ukuthi ema-boundaries noma ke alama wadi ethu la ngi-12 edolobheni kungasebenteka kahle nakeme kanjani ungakhanzi ukuthi likhaya linye lenye indlu iwela ku lenye lwadi, lenye indlu iwela kulenye lwadi. So lana besibuka ukuthi tinsita tingafika kanjani melula esiveni sikhone kuba group into particular wards without ukuthi i-community sesiyithabula emkhathini. Akukashintshi kumbe ukuthi lobeka ku ward 1 so tikhanza sekulelinye lwadi yini noma ke mawadi lidolobha sangetekile emawadi lidolobha solo anguye 12 njengoba siwadi besizama kuhlelisa ngalendlela leyo nangabe i-community letsite kunemgwaco kumbe lesingakhona kuhlukanisa ngawo ukuthi lana sengiward 1 lona ngiward 3 ngiyabekisa bese sebenzisa leyo feature leyo lengilomgwaco lobo khanza ukuthi phambilini bekungasiko kanjalo.
Thabethe uthi isive lesingaphansi kwaleli dolobha silinganiselwa ku-80,000. Edindzabeni Eswatini TV kubika Nelisiwe Ndlangamandla kunambongwa Dube Mbabane.
Libandla letekuvakasha kuleli lithi live litawuzuza kakhulu kutekuvakasha ngeluhlelo lolusahlolisiswa lwesitimela lesitawuthatha abantu eSwatini baye eveni leMozambique. Ngekusho kwasebenzile Gininza lobukete kucwaninga kuleli bandla leSwatini nelaseMozambique linebudlelwane lobuhle kutekuvakasha. Gininza bekakhuluma nakachaza ngeluhlelo lwekwetfala abantu kulamave lamabili.
Inkampani yaloliwe kuleli ngekubambisana nelibandla letekuvakasha selisukumise umsebenzi losahlolisiswa wekuthi tivakashi tetfalwe ngesitimela kusuka lapha eveni kuya eveni leMozambique. Lobukete kucwaninga kuleli bandla sebenzile Gininza uthi ke leli bandla liyawemukela lo msebenzi futhi ke liyawesekela.
Kwi-addition to lo msebenzi lesisuqalile. Mozambique imarket lesithi is one of our core markets lelandzela iSouth Africa ngedinombolo tetivakashi letifikako. Lokunye ke lokusithakasisako kakhulu ngale market yaseMozambique ngokuthi Mozambicans are one of the highest spenders in Southern Africa. So nakufike nje sivakashi saseMozambique siyathi thina ukuthi ngalesinye isikhathi sispenda imali lebengaspenda mhlambe itivakashi letimbili noma letintathu sibuka ukuthi ichamuka kumaphi emave. Lesibambisene ngawo ke na loliwe. Ngilo ukuthi kuze tikhule leti nombolo sifuna kwakhiwe nakulesikubita ngama-tourism packages ngokuthi letivakashi natifikile la kangwane dispende isikhathi leside kunalokuthi mhlambe kube i-overnight visit. Lokhu ngikona ke lathi singena kakhulu kiko ukuthi there is alternative transport and siyayibona ukuthi yona iletha kubuka le live noma i-viewing of the country ngendlela lehlukile kunalokutayela lesikwendako kwekuhamba ngemgwaco. So nalabo scenario nje sekutawuvela tindzawo letinsha sibuke ukuthi in the long term kutaba na development as well.
Lesitimela kubheke ukuthi sisuke kuleli ngemgcibelo sibuye ngelisonto. Etindzabeni kubika Sondomlangeni kunambongwa Dube eMbabane.
Njinela lomkhulu wetiko letemisebenzi lemikhulu nekutfutsa Vincent Dlamini uthi kutawuthatha isikhathi lesicishe sibe ngangetinyanga letisitfupha kwakha libloho lelewela labahamba ngetinyawo endzaweni yase Living Waters kanti litawubita imali lelinganiselwa ku-17 million emalangeni. Dlamini uthi leli bloho litawukwakhiwa inkampani yaka Stefanati Stocks.
Abantu labafuna kwewela bachame ngala kwa Kusile baye ngale ngesho yabo Living Waters nabomadons and so on. Kwaba nesikhalo ke vele lesaba madima saloko ukuthi in as much as ikhona le overhead crossing lelapha enhla lecondzane nabasemoneni babuka ke bantu baseKusile ukuthi iyabagongonya ikhashane ukuthi bangakhona kuyisebenzisa kahle. Lebe sekudala ke lokho ukuthi bacrosse lo mgwaco noma ke bawewele lapho kungafanele bawewele khona lebe sekudala tingoti. Nawanaka nje lapha utawubona lokuthi kugcina sekufakwa lati kwale concrete barrier kugcina sekufakwa le fence labasi clear view bekukutama kuvimba labantu ukuthi bangaweli lo mgwaqo lapha la kungafanele bawele khona ngoba leti moto tsuthi gijima lapho. Ngiko ke bese sekuthatha lesinqumo kwese ukuthi akwakhiwe leli block lapha khona abantu khona kokugibela kaDulu nabasuka from luhlangothi lolunye baya kulolunye noma basuka la Living Waters baya kuKusile noma basuka ngaseKusile baya ngale ngesha Living Waters batokwewela ngendlela lephephile ngoba nyalo ayikaphephile indlela bebawela ngayo. Ngileso lesidingeko lesibe khona saletlo. Utawuthatha 6 months shothi tawuphela ngaJune tawubita 17 million.
Indlela yekuphila restaurant ihlanganise tinsatheli letibuya etindlini letahlukene tekusakata ngenhloso yekuthi bonga ngemsebenti letiwendako eveni. Letinsatheli letibuya emsakatweni wemoya i-EBIS naletinye letibuya etindlini letahlukene tekusakata lapha eveni. Lo mcimbi bewubanjelwe eMzimnene Center kaManzini.
Umcondzisi wendlela yekuphila restaurant lophinze abe lunga lephalamende lenkundla yasemkhiweni Michael Masuku uthi lo mcimbi wokujabula labawentile wekubonga uphinze ukhombe bumcoka betinsatheli ngemsebenzi letwendako eveni.
Kwendako lapha sibakandlela yekuphila phinze ngikumhlonishwa wasemkhiweni kungaba ukuthi nje tinsatheli tiyadzika nato tithole lithuba lekuthi basabhala kahle ngelive ebuhlungwini belive ebunanzini belive nato sithi nje sithi honorishe namhlanje indlela ephila sithi honorishe tinsatheli tonke ngoba tiyabhala ngesilo sasemkhiweni tibhale ngelive tibhale noma ngabe yini lekhona eveni kepha ukhathi sincane isikhathi lapho sibacabanga khona ukuthi bamcoka noma ngahulumende yinda yendako noma ngabe yinde ngendako mina emkhiweni noma ngabe tinsatheli tiyakuveta ukuthi indlela ekuphila yendako ukuthi noma ke umhle usho wasemkhiweni endako ukuthi noma live lendako ukuthi basemkhiweni bendako ukuthi
Thesihle enqumalo lokukhulumela tinsatheli ubongele sento samasuku sekuhlanganisa tinsatheli letibuye endlini letahlukene tekusakata kude dishilane ligwayi ngemsebenzi wato.
Into lemcoka kakhulu ngoba siqhamuka kuma media houses lehlukene abaka print ama electronic konke sonke sisuke sele mhlawumbe umsebenzi umsebenzi munye kepha kusebenza kwethu ngento kwafana ngaso sonke isikhathi kepha ke nasihlala enzaweni sakhona kushelana ligwayi lapha nalapha sakhona kuvulisana lapha nalapha into lemcoka kakhulu leyo ke engicanga ukuthi somabhizinisi batayikopa bayilanzelele sijabula kakhulu nje kukhanza ukuthi abantu abangabona ukuthi simcoka kangakanani sibethe indzaba bakhona ukuzivaluation ngoba abantu bethe indzaba sibasathi nabafuna mhlawumbe nabafuna mhlawumbe siphushe ama-agenda abo.
Ndabeni Eswatini TV ngingibongosi Magagula kaManzini.
Impendulo mbingo locecesha umdlalo wesibhakela sawukhethwe ekomidini lebaceceshi enhlanganweni lebuke kudlalisa lo mdlalo elivekatini lase-Afrika. Mbingo kumalunga last 4 lelikomidi kanzi wesibili lochamuka esifundzeni leSendansi nelivekati lase-Afrika. Kanti ke Mbingo ukanye na-Andile Mofu wa7 laseNingizimu Afrika. Mbingo uthi lo mlandvo uyinkhomba ukuthi lo mdlalo uyakhula sibili lapha eveni. Mbingo ubewesithathu ke lapha eveni kulomnyaka losetulu lokhethwa ekomidini langaphandle kulandzela ukuthi Pelé Dlamini naye wakhethwa ekomidini lelibuke kudlalisa lo mdlalo emhlabeni. Mengameli walenhlangano Webster Lukhele lowakhethwa ekomidini lelibuke kudlalisa lo mdlalo eAfrika. Kanti ke nemshayi wesibhakela Thabiso Dlamini wakhethwa ekomidini lebadlali balomdlalo.
Kungenela sengilomunye wabo coach labang5 eAfrika lokutawubuka tindzaba tabo coach si-Afrika ukuthi sibo coach singayibambisa njani badlali ukuthi egcineni kwakhona kube ngibo laba winako. Kuningi ke lesitakubuketa silive laseSwatini sibambisene nayo SADC sibambisene nayo Afrika yonkana. Namhlanje nako nami ngicoach sengingenile AFBC kanti sinaye make sibhakela naye uboard member yaka-IBA lapho siphethe khona sibhakeleni emhlabeni wonke jikelele.
Ngaleyo ndzaba yesibhakela siyadephetsa tindzaba tethu tekucala talomuhla. Ake sibahlole emakethe kodwa singakabahlole emakethe sitawubuka sona simo selitulu.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store.
We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
32 minutes after 7 this Friday morning ngesihlanu lamuhla njengoba wathi ke mbulekela ukuthi ngabolesihlanu Eswatini Tourism Authority profiles different entities that look to promote Eswatini tourism njengoba ke bayiveta i-campaign yabo yale festive season ukuthi ivakasha Eswatini, which seeks to promote ikakhulu domestic tourism. Celeni kwami ke nyalo, I have two exciting people who are hosting two exciting events kule mpelasonto lesiya kuyo on the 31st and on the 1st of December and on the 1st of January, pardon me. Nginaye ke noMabizo Mthethwa loqhamuka lapha kaSwazi Boy Entertainment, kanti ke akahambi yedwa, uhamba naye Mr. Siyabonga Sukati loqhamuka kaHoly Ghost Festival etawube i-crossover event, I believe. Angicale ngawe Mr. Sukati ngoba le yakho event itawufika before leya noMabizo. Crossover, it's an exciting event. What do you promise Maswati? Why should Maswati come to this event?
Thank you very much, sir. Sibingelele kuMaswati onke tingalweni tonke telive la bukele uhlelo. Ngacishe ngisho ukuthi ke i-Holy Ghost Party Festival it's a association yakufeziwe. It's a concept yakufeziwe, actually Festive Communications la khona ke senda khona ma events in this country and also across the country. This year ngulungulu sithanzile si hosta the crossover yamhla ka-31 eMavuso, where we will be having Dr. Rebecca Malope, Bo Tina Zungu, Shongen Kupuga, Linda Dlamini. The list is endless, Bondutuzo matter. And we are also priding ourselves in this, that the event has opened also room for Emma vendors to come and buy stalls and have sales and also for companies to come and brand and showcase their products, so Maswati, the reason why I see hosta this crossover festivals it is due to ukuthi kule simo lesendlule kuso saba COVID and all that. We lost a lot of things, so it's a moment of prayer, it's a moment of celebration. We are celebrating the victories kulabo labathe kuphumelela and cross over their hurdles, and then see Pinze Futsi City Banemusa Smagats, in what is happening in the nation, and then also celebrate as a nation together. We have heard a lot that has happened, and I feel this is time where we put away our differences and we come and we just worship God and celebrate God and trust God that 2023 will bring out only the best.
Sounds like it's going to be very exciting indeed, Mr. Sukati. Now, Nomabizo, I'm very interested in yours because I don't think we've had Info Lefana Lena before. Yours is on the 1st of January.
That's right.
Says crossover. Senior Patutsena Slangani lapha. Ngifuna ukuthi ukumotivate and ngoba ngibonile le poster and I do want to go myself.
Okay.
I just want you to convince myself as well as nang umbukeli ngana yeno event, the New Year's Day party, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, the beauty about this event is that it was actually called by the people.
Okay.
For years, we've been hosting crossover parties, and we're actually not planning on having one.
Okay.
So a lot of people haven't been seeing it marketed.
True.
Literally, it's actually been a week, but it has been called to say, why aren't you guys not doing something in Manzini, Matapa area? So we felt like, our age group is more of the target in this one. We're not saying Gutsi, the 2000s, as they call them, are not, but it's a time, when people like myself, I'll actually be going to the crossover and doing church.
Okay.
So it will actually give me that even chance to say, okay, I can go to a daytime sort of chilled event, which starts at 12. It goes on till your 10 o'clock. It's not a club. That's the beauty of it. So even people that actually go to church can also come there because it's on the lawn at Albert Millen. And we're going old school. It's like the veterinarians in the industry. I think that's the nicest part about it. When you go to any event out there right now, whenever you bring in an old song, your TKZ, and so now we actually have the legends in the industry, which is actually a good one. We've also added Sands into the lineup. So a lot of people also feel like, with Sands as well, that we stay in Joburg or whenever, we never see his performances, but Masla Kaya, at least now they're also going to get that opportunity. You can go to many his events as you like. 6 o'clock if you must, 7 o'clock you can relax. 12, 1, so you come to our event. It's literally from daytime till 10 o'clock.
Well, I'm sold, and also the fact that it was called by the people. I guess nanigyanehle sela lo mthwalo wekhathateka kakhulu ngama-ticket sales. Sukati uthi uyaya event yakho ngabe, do you feel compelled kuya kuleya kakhe nawe the next day? I mean,
I guess I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the old school. Music, and we've been there, we've seen them as we were growing up and all that, and then we launched into the industry and we saw them. And of course, I mean, it's important that as event organizers and also as artists that we support each other, irrespective of the genres, and also because I think sometimes the issue of the corridors, secular, gospel and stuff, we need to put them aside and show love and support to one another, especially because Larangwane, we are using the same audience. Labo labatabe crossover, they will sleep, and they will just quickly jump off and go back to the other. So we all share the same audience.
Sorry, is there an all-white party?
It's all-white party.
So you're set.
We've also added denim as well.
Also added denim.
We also added denim.
What I love about these two events, they target different audiences, but they also reaffirm there's something for everyone. But I also like my perspective, like I think Pela Sesiba Insula sifuna focus on one thing, just be open to exploring all these events. You can support everyone. There's different times and different locations.
Of course.
Yeah. Nomabizo, I know that most of the time you're behind the scenes.
Yes.
But vele ngwathi kakhulu behind the scenes. Ngiyafuna lokuva ukuthi with this particular event nasibuka nje tindzaba double tourism, what excites you the most in terms of attracting also bantu labangephandle kwakuleli?
Okay, what attracts me the most with this one is we're doing it in a different perspective. I think it's the first time that a marquee has been put out at the lawn at the Albert Million. So we have now a lot of visitors as well that are actually asking, like, who are these legends, So I think I went to a place yesterday and everybody was actually listing the people on the actual poster who are going to be there. There's your DJ Crooks, your DJ Subs, Soul Train. I actually happen to always ask people like your age group, but it doesn't matter because there's your DJ QFC. I actually don't know QFC. My mother knows DJ QFC. So for some people, it's like, oh, these are the veterans of the Swazi industry. There's extra love. I mean, that guy, he was the promoter in terms of entertainment. So in terms of tourism, we also have a lot of inquiries from our visitors and stuff like that. So they want to see what Swaziland is all about as well.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. That's very interesting. Now, Mr. Sogati, I want us to get to the ticket prices. I
Yes, sir.
saw your poster. Ngibona likhulu lapha lemalangeni.
Only.
Likhulu kuphela. Rebecca Malupe.
Yeah, it's 100 emalangeni only. The event, the crossover, it targets mostly the audience of people that can afford, your yearly events of 350, 500, VIP 450 and all that.
Yeah.
So a crossover, it encompasses every Liswat. Inemsebenzi wekusiklinela, imigwaqo yamasipala, lo gubhu umgodi ka SEC, all the types of jobs that we have, which we call minor jobs, and le labanye labangakhona uku-attenda le micimbi le. This is the time of the year where everyone affords. So the event is not really themed ekuthenini send imali, but it's meant to have the affordability of everyone being there to come pray, celebrate, bring their family. You know, you can afford here to bring your family, you know, because Banvana Laba below 12 years, they don't pay, you know, but we're gonna celebrate with the families, we're gonna celebrate with everyone. So siyawacela nje Maswati, they must rush to all the MTN outlets, bakhona ukuwathenga, especially ngamomo, kwenda impili belula, thenga lithikithi lakho nje kuMomo Marketplace, and then ukhona ukuseva isikhathi sekuthi ungabambeleleke egedeni, but ke nicely we will open the gates at 1 o'clock emini. Stokhona ukuthi abantu bathenge amathikithi kahle, lo funa kubuyela acosha letinye tinto mhlambe tebanvana noma tasekhaya uyakhona ukuthi lithikithi sonalo, and then come back to ukuthi ke sikhona ukuthi ke sibe nemanang. But also nalabo labanye, because we also have Instacash, labo labafuna kunang Instacash ukhona namhla kaManzini eBus Rank uyawinisa amathikiti. I think bawinisa about 300 wamathikiti Bus Rank labata register on their platform, so they can just rush to Bus Rank kaManzini eMaswati manje nga 9 o'clock bayaqala khona ke bomnguni nelibandla lakhe. But khona ukuthi because we want eMaswati to come and celebrate God together.
Now Nomabizo, I was on social media itolo, and I do happen to follow some of labandla nisebenzisana nabo, and itolo ke bebaveta ukuthi senhambe kangakanani with preparations at the Albert Million. Ngiyayibuka lenzawo. I'm curious, lamathikiti, are they limited? Ngoba if they are, ngiyafuna ukuthi baqhuqutele ukuthi bawathenge masinyane abantu labafuna kuyala.
Okay, definitely. We have the VIP, which is basically the ones that will be in the actual marquee.
Okay.
But as Bavalel Ngaphandle, there are tickets that are also being sold for 150. Then there's the packages. So the packages side are very limited. Now the reason being, obviously our target market, you know, you have people in your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s. They want to have the lounge set up. You know, they'll have the waiter service as well. Everything will be brought to them. They will not have to get up. Then everybody else, we also are making a rain plan for that as well. So at this point in time, the tickets, they are selling out fast, especially the ones for 150, which are also via Momo. And yes, and this time around we'll also are going to have your speed points, because sometimes people bakalangalo at times when you will see, okay, we've been to another event, we don't have the cash, Sendanjani, we're not on Momo. Obviously they will be encouraged to be to register for Momo as well, but there'll also be that alternative for a speed point where you can actually swipe and go in.
Lovely. Well, thank you so much, Nomabizo, and yourself, Mr. Sugati, who's joining Lamhla.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having us.
There was Siyabonga Sugati from Holy Ghost Party Festival and Nomabizo Mthethwa from Swazi Boy Entertainment. They will be hosting events this weekend. Last Ifa Kona Emyakeni Lomusha. Nomabizo's event is on the 1st of January, and Mr. Sugati's event is on the 31st, which is the crossover. Siyabona Gelama events could see high-grade profiling, especially from the Eswatini Tourism Authority, as they will promote domestic tourism. Maswati will be traveling from all corners of the country. Aya kuletindzawo letahlukene letimbili. The time is 7:46. Asibahlole emakethe nasibuya sikhulumisana naye Fabrice Msonera ngetemidlalo.
Pay your TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007*3# and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
I do the most.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store.
We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us again. Njengoba besishilo singakayithi makethe ukuthi nasibuya Fabrice Msonera joins us kokhulumisa dona temidlalo. He's with me right now. Fabrice, a very good morning to you and thank you so much ukuthi ngabolesihlanu. You always make your time ukuthi usheshe ufike emsebenzini.
It's a beautiful morning and what can you say? We're less than 48 hours to the new year 2023, and a lot is expected.
Beautiful day, but Fabrice, at the same time, the whole world, especially the football fraternity, is mourning the loss of football legend Pelé from Brazil. I just want to hear your sentiments on the passing of this legend. I know you know very much about football and that you should know a lot about Pelé. What are your sentiments?
And I think at this point in time, there were still discussions to say who is actually the greatest ever player that I've ever seen in the world. And then I think some of the players, even current players, they always say we want to play and reach Pelé's level. And I think at the age of 82, he passed away last night, and I think it started trending on social media around 8:30, going to 9 o'clock. These are some of the images back in the early 1960s, 1950s when he was playing the World Cup. Now, he maybe just to remind people that he was in and out of the hospital since 2018. He was diagnosed with
colon cancer.
Colon cancer, yes. So I think when you talk about talent at its best, there are things at this point in time we've never seen. Remember, he was the first ever player to play in the final at the age of 19. That was back in 1959, at the age of 19. Mbappe had to come and do that in 2018, but he also had the record of only scoring 3 goals in a final, which Mbappe just did it 2 weeks ago. That record was still held by him. He's the only player until we speak now who was still alive, who had won 3 World Cups, and no one other player has done it. So we look at some of these records, and you look at things he was doing. He came to the World Cup at the age of 19 when people were not relying on him, saying that he's young, he cannot achieve. But what this guy did, was incredible. And I think he's left a legacy. When you look at the Brazilian T-shirt, they have won the World Cup 5 times. So all those 3 times, amongst the 5 times, 3 times they were handed the trophy by this man. So the other 2 times, it's in 1994 and in 2002 when he was not there. But I'll tell you what, he has been inspirational. If you talk to any other player, talk to Messi, you talk to Cristiano, talk to Mbappe, you talk to Zidane, they will tell you Maradona, yes, was there, but this guy, he was something.
Yeah, and you speak of him being an inspiration to players like Messi and other players. I'm looking at his jersey number. He's actually wearing number 10. You look at Lionel Messi, number 10. You look at Diego Maradona.
Look at Mbappe.
Number 10.
He has got a chance.
Yeah. Is he the guy that set the standard for wearing jersey number 10 and made number 10 that number that is very important in football?
Okay, if you look at some of the countries, not club level, if you look at some of the countries, number 10 it specifies something. You cannot just wear number 10.
Is that because of Pelé?
If you go to Brazil, you look at Neymar was wearing number 10. You look at Ronaldinho was wearing number 10. Rivaldo was number 10. He was number 10. So number 10 is associated to players that you know that once you're in the team, you're driving that squad. You look at France, Zidane was wearing number 10. Now Mbappe is wearing number 10. You look at Argentina, Messi. Okay, when you go to Sifrango, I don't know how to say, but you look at Sifrango. You look at also countries like your Senegal, you know, Sadio Mane number 10. You look at Nigeria as well. The likes of Okocha used to. So number 10 has a meaning behind, but other countries, when you look at England, other countries, England, you only talk about 7 because of David Beckham and everything. But in most cases, in most countries, number 10 specifies something. But this guy at the age of 82, we talk about him historically. Majority of us were not there, we never got a chance to watch him. But I can tell you what, he's done things we're yet to witness.
And Fabrice, this is what I love about sports, the fact that me and you may have not really watched him, but the fact, I would say, there are stats, there are numbers. You've spoken about him being the first to do certain things, the first to have 3 World Cups, the first to have a hat-trick in a FIFA World Cup final. I also have a few accomplishments that I recorded. He's the first man to have ever scored 1,000 career goals. He scored 1,281 goals in 1,362 matches.
It's an average of 3 goals per game.
Man, that's a lot. He also won 11 regional championships, was selected 92 times by his country, and he won 3 World Cups in those selections. Very illustrious player. We join the world in mourning this legend. Now, Fabrice, just let's take it back to home. I want us to, in the spirit of mourning him, so can just lighten up our hearts a little bit.
Yes.
You have been doing a lot of stories, especially this week. I've been watching the news, highlighting some of the important work that the sports industry in Eswatini has accomplished this year. I want you to give us a brief overview of some of those accomplishments. 2022.
Yeah, when you look at 2022, I mean, I think we've had a couple of things that we can say highlighted 2022. I think one of them is, when the country hosted the Under-20 Costafa tournament, that's when we're like, we cannot do this, we don't have facilities, but a Football Association in conjunction with the likes of Inyats and other title sponsors put it out. I think for me, that was a moment to show the region, the continent, that we're capable of doing something. That's my top number 5. That's number 1. Number 2, I think it's Pelé, the boxer, former president of boxing, who now is among the board of directors at the International Boxing Association. So she makes a decision on behalf of the continent, on behalf of the world. So I think also that was one of the achievement. When you say you sit, you're like, she pulled it. You have to talk about also our top athlete, Swazibot Somatsenshwa. Remember the Commonwealth Games. He reached the final, and we were all in our prayers. Remember July, August, during the Commonwealth Games, and I think that moment also, for me, did highlight, a couple of, things when you talk about international level. And then you also have to touch on other things. You also have to touch on, team like Bawan Highlanders having returned to CAF competitions after more than 10 to 15 years. I think the last time they were in CAF competition, that was in the early 2000s. So you see to like, what, Highlander is back into the good books, even though later on some of the things have not been going well in terms of disciplinary, behavior and everything. But that was one of the moments. Then you also have to look at regional performances. I think for me, a team like Taekwondo, when you look at what they have done. And actually, I was having an interview with the Darius Loma, Sport Council of Eswatini Recreation Council, saying out of maybe close to 30 medals that were collected internationally, including gold medals, I would say Taekwondo managed to bring around 18 to 20. So you look at the performance of this Taekwondo team. We're talking about gold medals, we talk about bronze, we talk about silver. Let's also not talk about boxing. Let's not forget, forget about boxing. They have had a memorable year. They have got now 5 people who are involved in international bodies. I mentioned Pelé. Webster Lukele, the president, also is a member of the African Boxing Federation. Now, yesterday we heard about Ben Rombingo, one of the coaches. Now he's among the board of coaches on the African continent, which means he makes decision when it comes to coaches. We also have Tabiso getting a scholarship to Russia. I think that's also another achievement. For me, I think when you look at the direction, when you look at the direction, you say, this was one of the best. And let's not forget the 2021-2022 MTN Premier League season. I think it was one of the best. Down to the wire, we didn't know if it's Leopard or Mbawan Highlanders who's going to take it. It was a quite entertaining season. So for me, let's not also forget the 2022 FIFA World Cup final. That final, I think if you were born yesterday, if you were born 2 months back, they would talk about it. This is one
they are calling it the best final ever.
This is one of the best. So for
me,
me,
TV was was broadcasting.
Those are some of the highlights we can say. When you see it, you are like, what? The year was one of the best, but those are some of the moments where, like, as a country, we managed internationally we managed.
And we would be remiss, Fabrice, because you are profiling some of the individuals. I want you to also just, just praise this young lady, the swimmer, Hailey.
Hailey Ho, yes.
Hailey, and also Boskali. Boskali, they've been really brilliant. When you even look at their awards, I mean, look at their individual awards in terms of fans voting for them. I think they also deserve a bit of praise.
Yeah, when you talk about, when you maybe you have to extend now the list of some of the great things, but I was talking about the top 5. When you have to extend, you cannot forget about the Hailey Ho, the swimmer, the teenager. She did well. Scully, we saw him. I mean, into the Kosafa. So goals were coming in their numbers. So he was one of the best as well.
Hopefully, 2023 is going to be even better. Other sports, not just soccer, are doing great. Fabrice, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
58 minutes after 7. Thank you so much for staying with us on the show. From myself and Fabrice Msonera. It's Sidlala Kamnanzi.
Sanwana 2023.
It is now time to up the feel-good emotion. The biggest seasons of all times is here. It is the Christmas season, the festive season. And we are bringing nothing but the best choral music videos. So we are bringing a Christmas special. The greatness, the biggest, one of our local brands. It is the Toti Music Group. But it's for the next hour, and I hope you are excited as I am.